Hello everybody, this is Janice, and today I am going to be making this cute little dog card. He came from the Create A Critter 2 Cricut cartridge, and he is, that's all Thanksgiving. It's a very seasonal cartridge. This page 71, and he's cut at 3 3/4 inches. So we're going to go ahead and get started with him because he's got quite a few little things that I did to him to make him really special. So this is going to show you some things that you can do with your cartridges, your images, to make them just, because you could just certainly put him together and he would be super cute, okay, but just a little bit plain. So we want to make him be more wow, okay? We're going to add some wow effect. And I forgot to faux stitch. I really don't like to do the faux stitching on camera because maybe you don't want to watch that, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm so sorry. I stink at not bumping the camera. Sorry for that. Let's see. Okay. So, just gonna faux stitch our little collar here. Now, while I'm doing this, I'll say, if you really wanted to add some more wow, you could skip this whole part here and just tie a piece of twine or something around his neck. It would be really cute. I don't have. They sell those teeny tiny bells. I think next time I go to the craft store, I think I'm going to get those little jingle bells. That would be really cute, is to tie a little jingle bell around his neck with a piece of twine or something, or jute or whatever. Baker's twine would be cute. Okay, so his little sash is done. And then we're going to do the little hat. And I didn't do any stamping on it, but we are going to use liquid applique. If you don't know what liquid applique is, it's kind of like a puff paint, but it's not puff paint. It's liquid applique. I'll show you what it looks like. It comes in a tube like this, and I'm pretty sure Joann.com sells it. I haven't really looked. I've had this tube for quite a few years, and I rarely use it, and so I'm really trying to be better about that. So we're going to go ahead and glue our hat together so we can do the liquid applique portion. And I'm just using some Mono Tombow liquid glue. Okay, so liquid applique. So basically, it says it's for embroidery and 3D effects on fabric and paper. It's made by Marvi Uchida. And you just literally squeeze it just like you do with puff paint. I like to do it in a swirly motion. This stuff comes in all colors. I mean, you could really go nuts with this if you wanted to. I just have it in white. Okay, and so I'm just gonna fill it all in, and then we'll do the little pom-pom. You could add a little mini pom-pom to this, too. You could do all pom-poms. I might do one like that, all those little mini pom-poms, or pom-pom trim. And then you need your heat tool for this. Okay. All right, here we go. Be quiet now because you won't be able to hear me over this thing. So now we have a very cute little fluffy little hat. Let's turn this light on. I mean, open my shades. It's a little dark over here. Okay, so now we're going to take the puppy. The bottom layer flew away. Like I said, I cut him at 3 3/4. This is the craft. This is like a creamy color paper that I just had in my stash for a long time. And I'm using this little background stamp to give him some texture. We could run him through an embossing folder if you wanted, or we could do this and emboss him, heat emboss him. But I'm just using this Resist Watermark, what's it called? Watermark Resist, which is simply like, it's like Versamark. And one more little spot on the side of his cheek, right here. There we go. And even though you can't see it, there is some residual, so I'm just going to clean it up. And then we're going to take tea dye and just go all over him to give him dimension. And the Resist will stand out more. I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not. I think it's hard to see as it emerges here. The more you rub this ink over it, the more it comes out. And then I'm going to take a rag and just wipe it. And hopefully you can see that. Okay, and I'm going to do the same, but I'm not going to stamp him or anything. So here, be gentle, because you don't want to mess up his ear. The rest of his body doesn't show, so we're just going to do the parts that show. Okay. Adrian, get off of YouTube. And okay, so I'm going to add some faux stitching just here around his ear. I love doing faux stitching. It's so therapeutic. I am enjoying my time off. December's going to be really busy in a good way. So I need to get my cards done and mailed out. And my packages mailed out. Alright, so our little dog is almost done. We're going to glue these two layers together. Now, as you can see, this one doesn't have a black layer. Now, if you really just wanted the eyes to be very just plain and you didn't want to do anything, you could just put in the, you could put a piece of paper back here, of black paper, and you would have, the black for it. You could do it that way. Or you could do what I'm going to show you in a moment. Now, this little dog, she's going to be like a girly dog because she's going to have eyelashes, like she has mascara on. So I'll show you that too. But I think I'm going to do all of that at the end because it involves using this enamel accent stuff, and it's just like stickles. You know, you should do all that at the end because otherwise you put your fingers in it and you just make a mess and frustrate yourself. After all that work, you don't want to mess it up. So I'm going to do that at the end because then it'll have time to dry while we are at SeaWorld. We are getting ready to go to SeaWorld. I gotta go and pack up my bag. Hoping my sister has a stroller she can share with me. My son is 7, but I don't need it for him. I just need it for all our gear. It's cold here today, and we're gonna be there, so we need layers. Because at night it's going to be cold. I mean, really cold. Like it's going to probably freeze in some areas tonight. It's crazy. Okay, and then we have a button. I added some white embroidery floss to it and put a glue dot on the back. And then we're just going to stick that there. I love his little button nose. So cute. Okay, so let's put the rest of our card together. Now, for the base of the card, I have a piece of brown paper, 11 by 4 1/4. I folded it in half, did the angle corner chomper by We Are Memory Keeper, the pink one. And then I have a layer of white that is 4 by 5 1/4, and then another layer that is just like 1/8 of an inch smaller. And I faux stitched with my Distress Vintage photo, and then I went around with tea dye, and then I ran it through the Snowflakes embossing folder. Okay, and did the same, you know, angle corner chomper. Now on the first card, I did not do that extra white. That was just kind of an afterthought. When I was putting it together, I thought it looked really nice. Just a layer upon a layer. I think that that makes a nice statement. And this paper from Recollections isn't that thick, so it just adds more. It makes it sturdier. And then I've got a piece of ribbon. Now on this card, I wrapped it just around this layer right here. But on this one, I think I'm going to go all the way around. So I've tied a piece of this peppermint stick ribbon that I got at Michael's. And I'm just going to add it here. I'm going to do it down here at the bottom. That. I'll just use some tape. In fact, we don't even have to do that. I can just do this. That'll work. So it's just a little different. It's going to be for my mom. They like cute little animals like dogs and cats and things and butterflies. I think I'm going to make my grandmother the bird, maybe. And then we'll add a little more here. And put it down. The card. I'm really close there. I'm sorry. I'm going to go out a little. Zoom out a little bit. This is a long video. Okay. Which one? I need the scallop one. No, cloud. I'm just going to do these layers here. And this pattern paper is a 6x6. I think I got it at Joann's. It's double-sided. I love double-sided paper. And I'm trying to get this corner here right. Of course, when I'm making a video, everything has to give me a problem. So, yeah, this paper is from, no it's not, I was going to say the wrong one. It's from Sugar Plums, this Recollections, and it's double-sided. I love it. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of tea dye to this layer as well. Another thing my mom and I like are sweets, so I thought this was an appropriate one for her. Alrighty. Oh no. Oh boy, I gotta move this ribbon. Alright, came up pretty easily. This ribbon needs to go way to the side because it's obstructing the centering of my now I have ribbon, and I have glue on the ribbon. That's what I get for trying to change the card in the middle of the video. See, I like that, I'll just work with that glue mess right there. Maybe my adhesive remover will get it off. I don't know how that stuff works on ribbon. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to add a layer to the inside to make sure that I can write on this brown. But I gotta, do the angle cut and everything, and this video is way too long already. And we do need to do our doggy. Our doggy's going to be popped up. I'm not going to do that right now. I think I like that better than with the ribbon like that. But this is what I'm going to do the eyes. I am going to put the enamel accents in the middle. Now usually it's best to let one layer dry before you add another. So I'm going to come back to that in a second. And I've got this black glaze pen, and that's going to be for the mouth. I'm just going to color it in. And this is shiny. It dries shiny, so I like that. And then, and then we want to add the mascara to the sides like that. Cute. And then another good thing to do with this is to get a piece of scrap and just squeeze it out in case there's a bubble, which there was. There's always a bubble in this stuff. And now you want to be very careful because all we want is like literally a little smidge of a dot. And that's it. Cute, huh? So like I said, I'm going to pop this up on some dimensionals. And this card will be done. Let's see if this stuff comes off with this. I don't know. Ooh, it looks like it's making a mess. Let's see. Just thought I would show you how you fix something like that. Usually this works great on paper. It's actually doing the job. I just need to take my time doing it. It is coming off though. So anyway, that's long enough. That's a long video. You could have made your own card by now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.